Hello Nintendo fans, my name is Mario Master. What are we doing today? So, DVDs. What are DVDs? Well, if you didn't know, they are little disc things that were invented in 1995, taking over VHSs, which were really big, clunky boxes with film in them, and you had to put it in a giant box so it would play. Well, DVDs, or discs, were just a smaller version of that, and they were revolutionary, once again being invented in 1995. Now, what came with these little discs is the DVD revolution. And nowadays you can't find a single VHS anywhere. But DVDs became so popular, video game consoles have DVDs and can run movies through them. Like, for instance, my PlayStation and even the PlayStation 5. I actually don't know. Now, I know that my Xbox 360 could have movies run through it. I'm not sure about the Series X. Maybe an entire different story. But aren't we going all digital and getting rid of old tech such as DVDs? No. There's a reason why, though. I do feel that one day we will go all digital and ditch DVDs and or discs. But as of right now, it wouldn't be beneficial. I feel like to an extent it would probably crash the market. I mean, like, it wouldn't be to the extreme of a global crisis, but it would probably do some damage. Especially when you think of even my PlayStation still has discs, and even a PlayStation 5. I mean, if you truly think that we are going all digital, then why do you think next-gen consoles are still coming out with disc drives? Number one, because you can, play, older games on it, but it is also so you can watch movies through it. Because there's a market for that. Now, it might sound a little old school, watching through a disc. Why would you do that when you can just find the movie you want to watch on a streaming? On, Disney Plus. Well, guess what? You can't watch on Disney Plus Song of the South, which is incredibly racist. I won't get into that. That's an entire different video. Oh boy, that is a movie. If you haven't seen Song of the South, you probably never will. If you have, tell me in the comments. But I don't think ever will, or in the future eventually will, get rid of DVDs. But as of right now, I don't think it would be very beneficial for the market to do so. Because I bet you, your parents still have a DVD player and or a DVD. I feel like it is near next to impossible to go somewhere, to go to someone's house, and they don't have a DVD or a DVD player. Now, if they don't have a DVD player, but have a next-gen console, and or a console with a disc drive, chances are it can play movies through it. So there you go. Now, if by some miracle you do find someone who has a digital PS5 and or Xbox Series, not Xbox 360, Xbox Series X, God, I'm getting my consoles mixed up, and doesn't have a DVD player and or DVDs, you have probably walked in to a very rare home and or a brand new homeowner. So, what should you take away from this? my advice would probably be to buy as many DVDs now, because what you can do. Now, to be fair, in some cases, you can buy a movie, but sometimes you just have to rent it, and renting can be expensive. Buying a movie, or renting a movie rather, is about the same for giving a team of 4 people to go to the theaters, which actually kind of works out in the end. But you're just renting it. Buying it is even more expensive. And it still kind of stays true to that. You get, a newer movie or even older movie, you can only rent it. You can't really buy it. And or you can, it's still kind of expensive. With a DVD or a movie, you could just buy it and have it. That was the genius part about, digital home videos, is just that it was genius. Like, oh my God, you can watch stuff in your home now. That's genius. People were freaking out. Sure, yeah, you had film cameras and everything like that, but normal people wouldn't have that stuff, you really wouldn't have, a video camera, old-fashioned video camera, because people didn't have those really back in the day. So when VHSs came out, people were freaking the fuck out because it was genius. And then they came out with DVDs, and people were freaking out because that was even more genius. And then Blu-ray came out, and that was even more genius. Actually, it wasn't. So Blu-ray was kind of stupid. So for some reason, Sony had I'm pretty sure it was Sony. So Sony had an idea to make something called Blu-ray, which would entail you having to buy their own DVD player so you could play Blu-ray. So what Blu-ray did is it was essentially an enhancer. So instead of watching a movie in, I'm just going to use video terms here, in 780p or 720p, you can now watch it in 1080p, which is a lot. So it's essentially you're watching something in 4K, or, sorry, HDMI to 4K, or HD to 4K. I can't talk. So it was genius. But the thing was, you couldn't put certain, if you had an Xbox 360 like I did back in the day, you couldn't watch Blu-ray through the Xbox 360 because, the Xbox 360 came before Blu-ray DVDs, so it couldn't work with that. Nowadays, Blu-ray, I'm pretty sure it could probably work through Xbox Series X, but it is Sony's creation, so it might just be strictly PlayStation. Who knows? I sure don't. Because I don't have an Xbox Series X. What are you gonna do? Anywho, thank you everybody so much for watching, and that is why I think we won't get rid of DVDs and or discs for a while. At least for the next 10 years. Maybe even sooner, but probably not for the next 10 years. But anywho, thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter, Discord, and Cash App, all linked in the description below. And by the way, eventually, probably this February vacation and or sooner, or at some point, I will be doing another Q&A because the first one wasn't very successful. I'll be doing a live stream Q&A. Once again, I don't know when I'm going to do so. It will probably just happen. So look forward to that. It might happen next Sunday. So, and or Saturday. Okay? Good. Anywho, that's it. Peace.